Solve the equation cos 2x equals cos x for values of x between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. Let's start with the equation. So we have cos 2x is equal to cos x. We have the double angle identity. Cos 2a can be cos squared a minus sine squared a. It can also be 2 cos squared a minus 1. And it can also be 1 minus 2 sine squared a. Since this is cos x, let's try this one in the first instance. If it doesn't lead us towards a solution, we can always come back and try another. Substituting in, we get 2 cos squared x minus 1 is equal to cos x. And if we subtract cos x from both sides, we get 2 cos squared x minus cos x minus 1 is equal to 0. And this is a quadratic equation, so we should be able to solve this. This does factorize. You can use any method at all to do the factorizing. You should get 2 cos x, 1 and 1, and this one is a minus and this one is a plus. This first bracket gives us cos x is equal to minus a half, and the second one that cos x is equal to 1. There are only two values of x between 0 and 360 for which cos x is 1, and that's 0 degrees and 360 degrees themselves. We need also to solve cos x is equal to minus a half. Our principal value, x is equal to the inverse cos of minus a half, and this gives us 120 degrees. We can draw a cast diagram. So we have A, S, T and C, and 120 degrees is here. Since we have a cosine which is negative, the other must be in the T quadrant, and symmetry says it must be 120 degrees from here. We need to pick out solutions from 0 to 360, so starting at 0, we go forward and we meet a solution at 120 degrees, forward another 120 degrees gives us a solution at 240 degrees, and we meet no more solutions through to 360 degrees. So we just have these two solutions. Listing all of our solutions then, we have the 0 degrees, 120 degrees, the 240 degrees, and finally the 360 degrees. Let's suppose instead that we'd been asked to give answers in radians. The question may have read that x was from 0 radians to 2 pi radians. We know that 360 degrees is equivalent to 2 pi radians. Therefore 180 degrees is equivalent to pi radians. So to convert from degrees into radians, all we need to do is multiply by pi divided by 180. So what we can do is solve an equation in degrees and then convert into radians. We could do that with all of these solutions. 0 times pi over 180 would be 0 radians. 120 times pi over 180, 60 goes into 120 twice, and into 180 3 times, so we get 2 pi by 3 radians. For 240 times pi over 180, 60 goes into 240 4 times and into 180 3 times, so we get 4 pi by 3 radians. Finally, the 360 times pi over 180, 180 goes into 360 twice and into itself once, so we get 2 pi radians. In this case, all of our answers worked out nicely in terms of multiples of pi. If your solutions in degrees are more complex, you can just multiply by pi over 180 on the calculator and then give your answer to an appropriate degree of accuracy. For example, 3 significant figures.